This is week number 3. Doing back. I am almost done on this exercise. It's a new exercise for me. And when I say new exercise, I mean something that I've just found as a substitute for lat pull downs. I've been doing a lot of pull-ups recently because I've been getting a little bit heavier. When I say heavier, maybe like 2 kilograms heavier than what I normally am. So putting a little bit of weight on. So something's happening, body's changing. Everything's working, that's what it means. I will be showing you my full-on TRT plus protocol that I will be starting next week as well. I'll be getting some bloods done this week, so stay tuned for the bloods. The bloods are coming very soon. I'm going to show you guys all my blood work. In fact, now I'm not going to show you all my blood work. I will show you this blood work that I'm going to get done, the most recent blood work. But if you want to watch all the blood work, you want to see all the blood work that I've got, so I've got a hell of a lot of blood work, you're going to have to join me in the dojo for that one. And that is coming very soon as well. Things have been very slow, but we're here. That's the main thing. So no fault of mine, just by the way, no fault of mine. As you guys know, when it comes to me, things that are in my control and things that are in my power, they get done quick. Like YouTube. YouTube's in my control. I do not miss. I said I'm going to upload twice a day. I've been doing that majority of days. So like 90% of the time I'll upload twice a day. So anything in my power will get done, as and when I say. Okay, so this is the lat pull down substitute that I've kind of made. So I don't know what you want to call it. I've not invented it. I've seen other people do it. I don't think you should do this in a gym. I think if you have the access to a lat pull down machine, then you should be using a lat pull down. This is just because I don't have a lat pull down machine, and the stack on there is, you know, it says 90 kilograms, but I don't actually believe that's true. I mean, it is 90 kilograms, so if we were to weigh the whole stack and put it on a weighing scale, it would be 90 kilograms. Yes, I believe that because I built it and I set it up, so I know exactly how heavy that is. But with the cables and pulleys, for any guys out there who are, you know, into, do they call it mechanical engineering? Is that what it's called? Or physics? I don't know. Whatever it is. I didn't go to school, but you know what I mean. I don't care what it's called. Point is, when you use pulleys and levers, the weight becomes less. And sometimes you can make it more. In this case, a lot less. So I don't really, you know, care too much about what it says there. But the point is, if you have access to a lat pull down in your gym, use a lat pull down. It's way more effective than this. This isn't great, but it's what I've got at the minute, so I'm gonna have to make do with it. So this is the last set. I've done 3 sets of 10 on this. I'll just show you guys the last set on what it looks like. So I'd just like to mention one thing when it comes to pull downs. I have built my back on rows and deadlifts. That's what I believe builds your back. Pull downs, pull-ups build your back as well, but you do not need to focus on weight. You do not ever need to attach heavy weight on a pull down or a pull-up. For example, my back development is complete, top to bottom. I do not have a weak lat compared to my middle and upper back. Everything is in sync. But I have never ever pushed it on a lat pull down or ever pushed it with more weight added on to a pull-up bar. I've never ever done pull-ups to the point where I'm fatigued, and I've never done this to the point where I'm yanking the weight down. Everything's nice, slow, controlled. Do your deadlifts heavy, do your rows heavy, this will all fall into place. So this isn't technically fluff because the volume on this is so much. When you do pull-ups, you're doing them every single day. So if you was to only do pull-ups once a week, then I would say maybe go really heavy on this, yank the bar down, maybe use a weighted vest or attach some sort of weight to your belt or something like that. But if you're like me and you can get away with doing them every single day, or at least 5 days a week I do these, then that's how you want to do it. So today I'm going to do them again. because I didn't do my morning workout. I knew I was training back today, so a morning workout I tried to leave pull-ups out. I will be doing just 5 sets of 5 back to back, very minimal rest. I might show you the whole workout. Okay, so I thought I'd show you the whole workout for pull-ups today. It's only going to be 5 sets, 5 reps, all out, maximum contraction, explosion at the top, however you want to see it. Explosive energy, that's what I'm talking about. Explode, squeeze, that's what we're going to go for. So we've warmed up on the pull downs already, and we'll just do 5 sets of 5 today on the pull-ups. Always when you're doing pull-ups as well, make sure it's from dead hang, and the ceiling is very, very low. I almost touched the cap on the ceiling. You know, sometimes it's beneficial wearing a cap actually, because I'll hit the peak of the cap and not bang my head. So I'm like, okay, I don't mind it touching the peak of my cap as long as I'm not going to bang my head, but it's only a tin roof, so I suppose if I bang my head, it's just going to be a WWE chair shot. I've taken many of those in my life, just kidding. But you know, yeah, so bit shit, but it is what it is. So main thing, pull-ups, dead hang at the bottom. Don't do none of this, you know, half pull-ups when you're just keeping the contraction in your lats, or you think you're keeping the contraction lats. Make sure you're fully stretching, because when it comes to pull-ups as well, not only we're using it to build muscle, we're also using it for a bit more of a rehab for your shoulders. And it's unbelievable, even just doing the dead hang in itself without the pulling portion is amazing for your shoulders. The shoulder health you're going to get from this exercise is second to none. There's nothing that's going to beat this for helping your rotator cuff if you do them right. If you start shaking around doing these, if you start doing all the CrossFit, you know, motions the way they do it, I don't feel that has any carryover for stability and mobility. I feel they're just trying to get the chin over the bar. And I get it, it's for that sport, so I don't class that as a pull-up or a chin-up. I get it, I get what that is, and it's good for them to utilize that for their sport. And that is technically it. It is a sport, you know, they're competing against each other. Now, when I normally do pull-ups outside in the wilderness, I like to keep my legs hanging straight. So this is so new to me. It is so different. I'm not used to this at all, but we're getting there. It's okay. Same with dips as well. I like to keep my legs straight, and I've kind of figured it out on a notch there where I can keep my legs straight without touching the floor. I just put it a little bit higher on this, because the dipping bar is one of those that moves. If you guys haven't seen it, that's what it is. It's not a fixed dipping bar. But for these pull-ups, I'm a little bit gutted. It's a little bit low ceiling, but I am gonna get a pull-up bar outside. It's just that I went to see one last week. The only issue with the pull-up bar is it's very shaky. And I'm quite explosive in my pull-ups. I'm not very slow and methodical with anything. So when I was doing it on the pull-up bar, it was shaking around, and I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna spend 250 quid on this just to do pull-ups. It doesn't do anything else, only does pull-ups. And it was shaking on top of that. So I thought, yeah, it's all right, I don't really need it. This will make do for now. Okay, so this is set 3 now. So yeah, like I said, pull-ups, get good at them. They should become automatic. When you start doing them like this, you're not going to hit fatigue, you're not going to get injured, you're not going to be, you know, resting long time in between sets. You will get healthy at them. You're not going to be like, panting. Like when I'm okay now, I'm kind of fresh. Not fresh, but you know, it's still work at the end of the day, it's still work. But when you're doing T-bar rows, yeah, you know what I sound like after T-bar rows, it's not like this. So pull-ups, great exercise, man. Do them, I can't emphasize them enough. Hopefully I have talked about them enough, long enough for people to start implementing them in their training, and this will save your shoulders like you'll never know. All the physio treatments and everything else, yeah, it's crazy. Actually, speaking of physio, I have a guy coming to my house tomorrow about some technique called, I don't even know. You know, I don't know, but I'm going to record it for you guys. I'm going to give my honest review as well. He said he can cure me. He said he can fix my imbalances. I mean, I can fix my imbalances, it'll just take a bit of time, and I don't mind spending the time and effort. But I also like to have other treatments as well. If someone can fix you, then great. That's, if they're good at doing it, then I'm all ears, bro. You know, I'm all ears. I ain't here saying no, I'm going to say yes to it. So yeah, he's going to come tomorrow to my house. He's going to try and fix me. The couple of things that I have with an issue with myself at the minute. I told you about that imbalance. I think there's like some sort of a impingement in my shoulder somewhere. I don't know where it is, but when I look in the mirror, I don't know if you guys see in the camera, but it's slightly off center. But we're all working through some sort of an injury at all times. Well, I'm never 100%, and that's what I like about it. It's a challenge. It feels good, but you got to be smart. You got to be at least mindful of where the injury is. And because of this imbalance, I feel that's why my shoulder has been playing up. But the pain isn't in my shoulder. It's more like here, in between my bicep and my side delt. So okay, so this is a little bit of a bummer. I was just deadlifting. You've seen the warm up there. I will show you the warm up. I had a plate aside for the warm up, and then I just put on 100 kilo. And it felt so light, like everything was just moving fluidly. It was perfect. I was like, wow, this is light. I'm gonna really have a good session today. Today was, you know, I was gonna do a big milestone. I was gonna really bang on 180 and try and rep it out for like 7-8 repetitions. And I had the 100 kilo on. Rep number 2, rep number 3 came, and I just felt a pull. I don't know if it's a tear. It's definitely not a tear. I know it's not, it can't be a tear. It's just something here that every time I pick the weight up, it's pulling this way. And it's so strange because like you'll watch the video in real time. And I was just talking about someone's coming tomorrow to give me a massage. And I don't want to bitch out because the pain's kind of not there now, but I don't know what it is. So I don't know what the hell that was. I think that was a conker from the tree that's just fallen. That was a bit of a weird noise. Right, okay, so back to training. Now, let me just explain one thing to you guys. It's not, when I was holding the weight, I could feel like a pulling here, and it was a real pain where I know that pain is gonna lead to an injury. So, we're gonna cut the session short, which is shit because I was really feeling that. I was really feeling that session. I'm annoyed, I'm pissed off. This is something I like doing, this is something I enjoy, and I hate setbacks. But we've got to be smart, live to fight another day. I am gonna finish off back. I'm not gonna do the T-bar rows today because of this angle, this weight. So what I will do is, I'm not gonna go heavy. We will do a different type of back workout today. The cables are already set up, so I'm gonna put the bench down and I will be doing rows and into the stomach. So yeah, no deadlifting this session. Bit annoyed, but the main thing is you got to stay smart and live to fight another day. So let's see if we can set the camera up. And yeah, man, this is it's so annoying. It's so annoying. You know, like when everything's firing as well, everything's feeling good. Right, okay, look, it is what it is. I suppose it's a lesson as well for everyone out there watching that you might come to the gym with every intention to have a good workout, and sometimes shit just happens, and shit just happened to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do rows like this, and I'm also gonna do rows with the D handle, and that will be it today. I will do obviously some pullovers, but I'm gonna record it for you guys just to show you that if shit happens. You can still work around it. I am feeling it when I'm on the stretch, but this is very light. I know if I deadlift, something's gonna happen. I'll kick myself if I deadlift and something major happens where I'm out for a month or 2 months where, I don't know, I just feel, look, that's it guys, it's just the way it works. The body can sometimes play up like this. You don't know what's causing it. It could be life stresses, it could be overtraining, it can be anything, it could be a number of things. And the other thing it could be, which, you know, probably is the case with me, is it's freezing cold. And you guys can't see, I've got the door open. I've got a guy coming on Monday to fix me some lights in here, because at the minute these are just temporary. So hopefully when the lighting comes, I'll be able to shut the door. I'm getting some heating in here as well, and it will feel a little bit better for me to train in the heat, at least not in the freezing cold. Today is a cold one, but it is what it is. The show must go on. So at no point me going crazy with this. I'm just gonna do 3 sets of 15 repetitions, and that will be it. Just remember one thing guys, if you are watching me and you're thinking, what's this guy doing? Is he training through an injury? I'm not. It's not a full injury. It feels like just something tight. So I'm sure it'll work itself out in a day or two and we'll get back to deadlifting. I did deadlift 2 days ago when I was doing legs. So it was fine when I did legs. There was no issue with it. If anything, I thought, yes, I'm back. If everything's feel good again, but it just hits you today. So what I'm doing here, it's not aggravating it to the point of like, okay, put the weight down. It's kind of getting the blood in there, which is hopefully gonna help it recover. And that is it. Sometimes you just have to be smart. You have to play it smart, play it by ear. Know what you're gonna do, but then if that doesn't happen, don't just leave the gym. Unless it was a major injury, you know. I could be like, right now I could be like, damn, I'm so annoyed. Leave it, it is what it is. But I should still be able to train biceps. I can still train biceps. The other thing as well is if you tear a muscle, it normally bruises up. Like even if you have a micro tear, after like a day or two, well, especially 24 hours. 24 hours, it usually bruises. So I will have a hot bath today. I don't have hot baths, not often enough when I'm in the UK anyway. You know, it's the whole chore of filling the bath up and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a hot bath tonight. Put some Epsom salts in there as well. Replenish some electrolytes. Always good. What a shit day. What a shit session. But we're gonna try and salvage a little bit of it. That's the main thing. I'm getting a nice pump in my back. That's good enough. And another thing as well, if people are thinking, maybe he didn't warm up, maybe he didn't do this, maybe he didn't do that, you're all wrong and you're all right. And the reason for that is I've seen people do everything right. Warm up, you know, wear the right equipment, do the right sessions, fully recovered, everything. Shit just happens, bro. It is what it is. You can be lifting lightweight. Look, this is perfect example, right? I was doing 100 kilo on the bar and I can, you know, I wiped my arse with 100 kilo, bro. So 100 kg on the bar and I got technically injured. Could have had 200 on the bar and been injured even more to the point where I now would need medical attention. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I got injured on the 100 kg, not the 200, where I was like, okay, something's about to happen. Let's let him know now. Don't be doing this shit today. So today just went the day for it. I could have done everything right. I could have warmed up exactly right. The temperature outside could have been perfect. The temperature inside could have been perfect. I could have got a massage right before the session. The recovery could have been bang on. Everything could have been absolutely perfect injury would have still happened. It's just part of it, bro. So don't get too hung up on it. Yes, there's certain, checklists to do. There's certain checklists to do. Make sure you're fully warmed up. Make sure you're, everything's lubricated. Make sure you're stretching. Make sure you've got the right amount of clothing on as well, especially like today, definitely not for me. It's kind of cold. But then I get too hot if I wear my jacket. My jacket's quite restrictive, especially in deadlifting. When I'm deadlifting and squatting and benching, I try to wear the least amount of clothes as possible. So anyway, moving on. One more of this. I won't feel too bad. Yeah, I felt it there. See, at that stretch, I can feel it. So doing that there, I'm definitely feeling it a little bit. It is what it is. Sorry guys, this is a little bit of a shit vlog today, but hopefully you can watch me suffer through a couple of more sets with two dodgy shoulders now. No, but to be honest with you, I'm lucky it's not inside my rotator cuff. It's not there. It is actually in the same spot. Well, not exactly the same spot. This one's more in the rear delt and the tricep tie-in. So that's there, rear delt, tricep tie-in. This one is more in the front delt. Sorry, the side delt, tricep tie-in. So something's going on in my body. Something is definitely going on, and we're here to fix it. That's the main thing. I'm here to fix it. This is what I'm doing, and I will definitely get it fixed. It will take a little bit of time. You have to have patience with these things. You can't rush it. It will work out in the end. All I need to do is stay focused, stay on track, make sure I know what I'm doing, make sure I work my muscles, especially with exercises like this, full range of motion, and eventually the body will work itself out. But if you sit at home on your arse not doing anything, then the injury will come back.